Cape Fear's truck driving school is gearing up for another edition of Sea Devil TV.
1, 2, 3, 4, hit
it! Welcome to Sea Devil TV, the Cape Fear Community College news source. I'm Lissa Reynolds. We'll have more on trucking in a moment, but first let's get up to date with these stories from around the campus. Students in the architecture program took home top honors in a statewide competition. Chris Benessi, Jody Bland, and Will Ware took first place, beating out NC State and 8 other schools with their design of an energy-efficient home. One main objective of the competition was the universal use of the home by people of all ages and abilities. The winning design includes handicap-accessible amenities as well as the U.S. government's Energy Star of approval. Cape Fear's winning design will be built later this year in Asheville. CFCC was brushing up on its artistic side this spring during an art show held at the downtown campus. The show featured student work from various art classes, such as computer art and sculpture.
Well, it's vital to have art shows because most students are really inhibited, I guess self-conscious about their work.
Those students involved understand the importance of having art shows on campus. The winners were selected by Sean McDaniel from Fayetteville Technical Community College. This summer, the Workforce Training Center, along with the Carpentry Department, took on a project to build a fortified home. The house was built in conjunction with the Blue Sky Foundation, a group of insurance companies trying to make safer houses for low-income families. Fortification features on the home include hurricane shutters, doors, and shingles. The home also includes a safe room able to withstand winds of up to 130 miles per hour. More than likely, if you visited a restaurant in the Wilmington area, you've sampled the cuisine of the Cape Fear Culinary Program. Students agree, it's a program that is hard to beat. Things are really stirring up here at CFCC. In the Culinary Technology Department, students receive training in various production aspects of the food service industry. The instructors not only teach culinary classes, they're also in the kitchen lending a helping hand.
Production classes are probably the most that students are really interested in, the hands-on kitchen classes.
The combination adds up to good grades and even better food. Students agree the real reason they're here is for their passion for cooking.
The teachers here are just fabulous. They really want you to learn. They don't just tell you to do things, they tell you why. They really explain, and it's fun.
Many students attend Cape Fear's culinary program because tuition costs are less compared to other institutions in the area. Cape Fear is one of the many culinary programs in the North Carolina Community College system. The network of systems meets regularly to discuss goals necessary to keep their students up to standard.
A lot of the students within the North Carolina system are subject to taking certification tests that standardize their performances so we know where we are relative to the rest of the United States.
But it all boils down to cost, fun, and fundamentals. These are all the ingredients of a recipe for culinary success at Cape Fear. For the last 10 years, Eric McKeithen has been the president of Cape Fear Community College. Recently, I caught up with Dr. McKeithen at the North Campus and talked about the ins and outs of being college president.
Hello. While I was in college, I was a bellboy at a hotel in Raleigh for a couple of years. I was a bartender, I was a nightclub manager, and prior to that, while I was in high school and before I went off to college, I worked on a tobacco farm, cropping tobacco and doing everything else that you do all year long. I knew my future wasn't on a tobacco farm. My dad told me we had a pretty big farming operation, and he said, if you ever want to become a farmer, he said, take the same amount of money that you'd spend on farming, go to Las Vegas, gamble it all away. He said, you'll wind up at the same place, but at least you might have had some fun. Fortunately, I found out the NC State had a program in technical education designed to prepare instructors for community colleges and technical institutes that would have only a baccalaureate degree with at least a minimum of 2 years of working in a technical field, which I had at the time.
What do you see as the biggest challenge for CFCC?
Biggest challenge is trying to find enough financial resources to address all the needs of the college, to keep us moving forward, to solve existing shortages that we have now. 20, 25 years ago, we weren't concerned about computer labs for English classes. and now it's standard fare. In the future, we're going to see additional changes. We'll see new technologies emerge. Our challenge is going to be what do the jobs of the future require? What kind of training must we provide in the programs that we have in order to prepare students for that? That's a great challenge, but it's a wonderful opportunity. Community colleges have done it so well for the last 40 or 50 years. I have every confidence we will do it even better in the future.
What are you most proud of here at CFCC?
Well, I've been here 10 years. The thing I take the most pride in is the number of people we serve now compared to about half that number 10 years ago. When you can serve twice as many people as you were 10 years ago, something's got to be going right, and that's what I take the most pride in.
Thank you so much for meeting with us today. I enjoyed meeting you, and we will see you soon.
Hey, I'm going to register for classes. You coming?
No, later. Okay.
You sign up for those classes, Slick?
Whoa, Mom? Class closed. Class closed. Class closed.
Waited till the last minute?
Yeah.
Don't wait. Register now. Cape Fear Community College.
The reason I went into nursing is because I wanted to connect with people, because that's what it's all about. It's about making the patient better, helping them heal. I really needed the scholarship at Cape Fear Community College. I was a non-traditional student. I had a household to support, and I wouldn't have been able to go to nursing school and commit myself to graduating without that scholarship.
Invest in your community. Support the Cape Fear Community College Foundation.
Have you ever wondered what it takes to drive a 20-ton big rig truck? We visited Cape Fear's truck driving school and discovered that on the road to success, sometimes it helps to have 18 wheels.
Okay, your exhaust system is all secure, your shock absorber. You don't want to go out with a broken shock or a broken spring. Okay.
We pull loaded trailers, we pull smoothbore tankers, which a lot of the other schools don't do, which the student, when he leaves here, he should be qualified to do most anything, you know. They come out here with the idea that it's not much to it, you know, and then when they get here, they really figure it's a whole lot more to truck driving than what meets the eye, you know. They start their backing, and they backed a boat trailer or something at one time or another probably, and they figure they can back, but then you see them, they start in the alley and they're going all across the field out there.
Check your airlines.
We'll check to make sure that they're not cracked.
They're all hooked and they're all secure.
It's really good to come to the school and learn, because you know you can go to the DMV and pass it, just read up on the book and take the test, but you won't get the experience that you're going to need in real life until you get out here in these trucks and they drive you around. You get that chance to learn all of it, and any question that you have, there's always an answer. If they can't get you an answer, they'll find you an answer.
Upshifting and downshifting is so important, because if you don't know how to do that, you could run a red light like that.
I was real nervous when I come in here, but when I realized how much they stress safety and know that that's one thing that we will know, if anything, when we get out there.
I've had the trucking companies say the students that they get are safer than some of the older drivers, because after you've been out there a while, you drive something or you do something, you get where you don't think safety all the time. So when they leave here to start with, they've got it drilled into them, the safety aspect. And if you can keep them thinking down that line, they're going to do a good job, you know. Okay, now we need 65 to the next cone.
They all come to Cape Fear Community College looking for drivers.
We have had good results with our student placement. Most of the trucking companies, they come back to us for our students. We don't have a problem getting them a job if they want to work. Swift, one of the largest trucking companies, they'll hire all our students if they meet their qualifications. My favorite part is watching the students come back to tell us how well they're doing. We get cards from them, they come by and tell us, because they've been working maybe a construction job making minimum wages, and now they're making 4 times what they were making out there. They have a decent place to sleep at night. We've had homeless people come through here, and they come back and, you know, they have made something of themselves. So it makes you feel good when they come back and tell you how well they're doing versus what they were doing before.
If you've ever tried your hand at gardening, you know keeping plants alive isn't always easy. We spoke with landscape gardening instructor Michael Jones to find out a few tips on how to keep your garden green.
There are a lot of misconceptions about crepe myrtles, and hopefully our little time together today will dispel some of these rumors. Probably the most important misconception is that you have to excessively prune crepe myrtle in order to get a bloom, and this is not true. In fact, it may even work in reverse, that you cut off so much tissue that you stress the plant. So we don't want to do that. What we do want to do is pick a variety that matures at the height that we want, and we have many local nurseries that will sell you crepe myrtles that will mature anywhere from 3 feet to 15 feet tall. So you can solve a lot of problems by just picking the right variety. So let's say that you've inherited or you have a tree that is a problem tree that you need to prune or lower the height, and we'll talk about that for just a minute. With a crepe myrtle, it begins in training. When we plant that tree, we want to select about 3 of the strongest trunks that arise from the ground and eliminate the rest. And then every year, we want to remove the suckers that come from the base of this tree. So we'll concentrate on these as our primary trunks. Every year, we want to remove all the foliage up to 1/3 or 1/2 of the height of the tree. This needs to go. What else do we need to do? We need to remove any limbs that are growing toward the center of the tree. We need to remove any limbs that are dead, broken, or diseased. And then we really need to stand back and look at the tree, because this is usually all we need to do with a crepe myrtle. Now, if you have a crepe myrtle that you must limb down to keep at a certain height, you have to follow certain guidelines. The limb that you want to remove, you need to follow down and find a limb that is radiating from that limb that's about 1/3 the diameter of the limb that you want to remove, and cut it off. Now, when we cut crepe myrtle, we never want to leave a stub. This is just an open invitation for fungus problems. We want to cut, leaving just maybe 1/8 of an inch of tissue there to make that nice healing. So it is not difficult to prune crepe myrtle, but you can eliminate a lot of problems with variety selection when you purchase and plant your crepe myrtle.
The future is here at the engineering department. Students are working with a new machine that can take an idea and make it a reality. Instructor Grant Moyer tells us more in this edition of On the Edge.
My name is Grant Moyer. I am the lead instructor for the Mechanical Engineering Technology program here at Cape Fear Community College. And what we're looking at here is the Rapid Prototype machine. This is manufactured as the Dimension 3D. And what this machine allows us to do is take a computer-generated part that the students design and actually make it into an actual physical model that they can touch and hold and actually potentially use as a physical part. What we have here is the finished design of the ROV that the students did. And this is the electronic model that is in 3 dimensions. And from this model, we can take individual parts, like for instance this one, and make it on the Rapid Prototype machine. So from this electronic model, we can make an actual physical model in a matter of hours. What we have here is a finished assembly of rapid prototype parts. And these are actually some of the materials that we use to make the parts. We start off with a plastic that's about 1/8 of an inch in diameter, and it's melted down into a strand of about 10/1000ths of an inch. This is layered upon layer with support material that's able to be broken away and left with the finished part. And this is a finished rapid prototype part. What we do is we have a mock-up of the ROV, and we use this mock-up so that we don't waste time and material making this out of metal and the finished product and have an error be there. So this allows us to do a mock-up, and this will actually just slide onto this aluminum extrusion that houses the motor. This nozzle helps direct the flow to give us better velocity. Tooling can cost from $50,000 to $100,000 and also take up to 6 months to manufacture. These parts can cost around $100 and also take hours to make.
Scared of the dentist? Don't be. The Dental Hygiene Clinic opened their doors and showed us there's a lot to smile about.
We provide a great service for the community in our dental cleanings.
Polish those teeth up and then give some fluoride.
We take patients, any patient, and we provide dental cleanings. We can also provide sealants, which are normally for children to prevent cavities. We do oral exams where we check for oral cancers in the mouth. You can read something in a textbook for dental hygiene, but until you actually see it in the patient's mouth, it really doesn't have any meaning. I mean, I know from my own experience here, because I went through this program, that was the case.
A good thing about this program is everything that we learn in class, we come right in here and we do it hands-on. So everything that we learn in the classroom, we come in here and we use it here, which is not something you can really do with a lot of different programs.
We're using very sharp instruments. People don't really realize that the instruments do go beneath the tissue up to 10 millimeters sometimes. So you're working in areas that you can't see. And without all the practice that we get here in our clinic, and especially with some of the patients that we're able to see who have advanced disease in their mouth, I couldn't imagine going out and starting it with just reading a book about it.
Those teeth are nice and smooth. They feel good? Yeah.
We're lucky to have the instructors that we have because they come from different backgrounds and they've worked in different places so they can tell us, you know, about different things.
I've heard a couple of dentists in the private practice say that these are like the Cadillac of instruments, so we have the best tools.
Everything here is, I mean, more state-of-the-art than you would probably see in like a dentist's office. Everything's, you know, new, the newest of everything, so it's nice to use that.
Everyone that's taken the national board exam has passed, and that's definitely a litmus test for having the basic knowledge and factual knowledge that you should need, you know, to be a dental hygienist.
Once I get out there in my own environment with my own patients, and especially as you get to know them and you start seeing the recare patients. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Hey, I'm going to register for classes. You coming?
No, later. Ooh, girl, did it hurt? When? When you fell from heaven? All right, call me.
You register for classes yet?
Oh man, I'll do that later. What? Yeah. Okay.
You sign up for those classes, Slick?
Whoa, Mom? Is that you? I told you, buddy, I got this handled. Class closed. Class closed. Class closed.
Waited till the last minute?
Yeah.
Don't wait. Register now. Cape Fear Community College.
Yeah.
Flamenco guitarist William Paco Strickland is one of the most popular musicians in the Wilmington area. Paco recently stopped by the CFCC studio and treated us to a live performance with Troy Pierce and belly dancer Kelly Haas.
favorite class right now is sound because we get to deal with, you know, mixers. We get to make our own music.
Ready? Let's get this done.
That wraps it up for us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, right here on Sea Devil TV.